Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2018 Super Mario 64 70-Star Tournament brought to you by ViGG. I'm hanging out here today with Triforce TK. How you doing today, buddy?
Yo, what's going on? I'm very excited for today's race.
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, it's gonna be sick. Cartoon looked like he's practicing Island Hop right now. Perhaps we're gonna see a little bit of a spicy beginning from him.
Absolutely, and we have not seen that at all in this tournament so far. So I'm really interested to see what both of these runners have to bring to the table. We see Dwhatever, of course, very, very experienced, been doing it for 433,000 years. Coming,
that sounds right.
coming to this tournament, and then CartoonBuffoon. Now I know you have a little bit more information about him.
Yeah, so CartoonBuffoon, an avid ROM hack god, as many would describe him. He has been on the rise. He has been playing Mario 64 70-Star for the past couple of months, and he's been improving really fast. A really promising player. So today could be quite the upset.
And I know we talked about kind of before we started out, CartoonBuffoon, I believe you said, has around a 55 in 70-Star, correct?
A 50-55.
Excuse me, 50-55.
Yeah.
We know that Dwhatever currently ranked 4th with a 48-13. So definitely going to be an interesting matchup today. Like you said, could be a huge upset. Consistency is the name of the game for sure.
Yeah, especially with 70-Star. Consistency is really important. And all it takes is like a death at the end of Dark World, a death at the end of Bits, and Cartoon could be very well in it to win it.
Now, right now, GSA has got a ton of stuff going on throughout the week, throughout the rest of the month, and throughout the rest of the year. Lots of tournaments coming up, especially ones that are sponsored by Vi.gg, where you have the ability to bet on these matches if it's legal in your area. All you got to do is hit !bet in the chat, or look down in the panel. There is a special promo specifically for these GSA tournaments. Pretty awesome. We're bringing in Super Metroid. We're doing SM64, Double Dash. We're doing all of these really cool things. The schedule is packed full. If you want to check that out, hit !schedule. But be sure to go to vi.gg and sign up for your account if you're of legal betting age today.
Just make sure. Gotta be 18. We don't want any youngins getting in trouble now.
That's right, and I know that they're working on expanding rapidly, but it's pretty cool. Yesterday we had some huge upsets in the SM64 community in this very tournament, so some folks would have made some money.
Yeah.
Now, with this particular tournament, it's very similar to Smash, or even if you watch soccer in World Cup, you have your different groups. Currently, this is the second match for Group C. Dwhatever won against Proto Man earlier on in the week, but all of the folks in this group are just super experienced, awesome runners. You got Dwhatever, CartoonBuffoon, Tama82, and Proto Man. So I'm interested to see how this group turns out.
Yeah, it's looking really interesting. It could really go anyway. Like Dwhatever, the clear favorite to be in the top 2 of this group, but it'll be interesting between CartoonBuffoon, Tama, and Proto Man to see who comes out on top.
I definitely agree. And to check out that leaderboard that we're talking about right now, all you got to do is hit !bracket and click on the 70-Star tournament. It'll bring up each and every group and what's going on right now. Currently, out of this group, like I said, only one match has been run so far, Dwhatever and Proto Man. But we're going through all 3 rounds right now before we actually set foot into the tournament.
Yeah, so I believe the top 2 from each group move on to the regular single elimination bracket.
It looks like our runners are getting ready to get started here. Now, what's interesting about 70-Star and what I like about it is we're going to see these routes be just a little bit different than what you would typically see. In nonstop, you see everybody's pretty much running the same routes and things like that. Bingo, of course, it's kind of on the fly, but it's interesting to see how each player plays to their strengths, but they're not going to go super risky.
Yeah,
not going to go super risky.
I mean, we're gonna be seeing Dwhatever probably do CCM 17, and Cartoon said he was gonna do CCM 18. So Cartoon does have that added risk of the penguin race, because if you're getting the 100 coins and you miss more than one, that's like a minute lost, because you either have to do the penguin race again or go grab another star, get the penguin race star and go, say, grab the toxic maze as a backup. But
Now,
Do Whatever might be doing double pillarless, so we'll
which
see
is
what happens.
incredibly risky. It all depends too. You know that we were talking about kind of before the match. Dark World really plays into early game because it's so movement intensive. That muscle memory does kick in, but if you're off just a little bit on that last red coin, you're taking a dive.
Yep. All right, so we're getting started here. To note, Cartoon on emulator, Do Whatever on N64. Cartoon nails Lackey to skip. Do Whatever nails Lackey to skip. Now, it's interesting because Cartoon was practicing Island Hop, so we'll see if he goes for it.
An incredibly risky move, but that could possibly give him the advantage that he's going to need in this race.
Yeah, he's going to need every time save he needs if he wants to be able to beat Do Whatever. He's going for Island
He's
Hop.
going
Here we
for
go,
it.
boys. All eyes on Cartoon. Oh my, this is really scary.
It is incredibly scared. I'm sitting on the edge of my seat.
Oh, he nails
it. Good
Wow.
job. That is GG
Dude.
to CartoonBuffoon. Going for the bob too. Excellent. That is going to put him at a slight advantage over Do Whatever starting off in this match.
Yeah, that saves, I believe, about 10 seconds overall in 70 star. I might be wrong, but it saves a good amount of time. So, definitely has the advantage over Do Whatever. That was nuts. I was not expecting that.
I wasn't either. That was incredibly risky. As you can see, CartoonBuffoon going and following up with that bomb
Ooh.
clip.
Nice save from Cartoon. You know, he didn't grab the bomb correctly at first, but able to back it up, able to get the star. Cartoon looking pretty good, looking pretty calm, looking pretty collected right now.
Well, that's
Perhaps
all
shaky
that
from
swag. All that swag after
Yeah.
nailing Island Hop. That's got to be a huge confidence boost for him. Do Whatever finishing up with a 12.6 on the slide for his first slide.
no surprises there. All right, so you'll notice both players going for Peach's slide before Womps, and that actually saves 1 second compared to getting both Peach slide stars after Womps.
And it's interesting because you almost think about it as not even saving that much time, but it saves specifically in castle movement. Having to go back
Yeah.
up the stairs saves that amount of time.
All right, Do Whatever. Going for sock boulder setup, not going to bother with texture setup. Smart move. It looks like he's going for a consistency-based race here.
Slow and steady wins the race. That's where we talked about that muscle memory kicking in. And, you know, before this tournament, we had the nonstop 70 tournament, which we saw these very experienced 70-star runners go through and maybe dive off at the end of Dark World just because that muscle memory kicks in, not
Yeah.
realizing it's 70-star.
All right, Do Whatever. See if he can nail Owlus here. Pixel perfect.
Very good showing from both of these runners so
Yeah.
far.
Cartoon definitely on PB pace. For sure. He has not made any mistakes yet, and he nailed Island Hop. You'll see Do Whatever here going for the pro cycle. Mom's 100, one of the trickier, one of the more scarier stars in 70 star. Making this cycle can be pretty tough.
It truly is, and we see normal runs are kind of based upon where runners are resetting quite a bit. So we've seen a wide variation throughout this tournament so far of the star order, specifically in Wops Fortress. A lot of runners electing to go ahead and go with 100 coin because that's what they know best, but even some runners going in, ooh, Do Whatever bonking there. Some runners electing to go for Owlus and Candleless first to go ahead and knock them out of the way.
Yeah, Womps definitely has a lot of gatekeeper stars, as they would call it, a lot of reset causers. Cartoon going for a slightly different route here. He grabbed both rows of 5 at the beginning. Looks like he might be going for half cycle. Yep.
Yep. Very movement intensive here in the beginning. Womps Fortress, the run killer, as you well know as well. It's tough. It really is tough. Some argue some of the toughest movement-based controls and inputs in the game happening here in Womps Fortress.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Cartoon finishing up 100 coin. Spawning the star at the Ring of 8. You don't see that often, so this is really an interesting round. Most players will spawn the 100 coin star like at the row of 5 above the red coin star.
Now, for the viewers that are watching as well, CartoonBuffoon does have a timer on it. It's just very dark at this point, so we'll keep you updated throughout on his timer as well.
Yeah, it looks like it is synced with Dwhatever, so
Dwhatever taking out that big Womp. You know, there is speculation if he's actually the Womp King. Maybe he got dethroned.
So.
Maybe he got dethroned. That's what it is.
You know, he in the start it says chip off Womp's block. I don't believe it for a second. I think he's just a big Womp, and there's like nowhere else in the level for him to go.
That's fair.
He's kind of been ostracized by all the smaller Womps, and that's where he has to live. Alright, Dwhatever looks like he is in the lead right now, but reminder, Cartoon did get Island Hop, so Dwhatever's gonna have to re-enter Bob on Battlefield.
Which is interesting. It's something that Cartoon will be able to just kind of skip over, as Dwhatever's most likely going to end up going for Sky Jump.
Alright, Dwhatever gonna be picking up the second Peach Slide star here. Already got the first one before Womps.
Two very consistent players. I'm going for a 12.7. Commentators guessing on this.
12.6. Ooh, that was a low 12.7.
Ooh, so close.
I'm guessing 12.4 from Cartoon.
Ooh, going with the 12.4.
No.
Huh?
Probably 12.8.
Dwhatever getting that lag reduction as he is on Nintendo 64.
Doing the hardest star in the game.
The hardest, I was about to mention, every one of your streams this is the hardest star in the game, and it is. It's a tough star to be able to do fast. It seems very simple, but doing it quickly is kind of where the execution happens.
Yeah, the flying mechanics in Mario 64 are very finicky, very hard to get used to, and even the most experienced players you'll see have some problems with the flying. Dwhatever, not having any troubles though, nailing it. Cartoon with a 12.7 too.
12.7 also.
Alright, Dwhatever heading into Dark World.
Ooh.
I'm kind of scared.
I am too.
Dark World is really scary.
Now, I don't know if you've ever noticed this. Lunar Jump at one point, I could have sworn, did like an 8-hour stream of nothing but Dark World just to grind that consistency out. Now, that's dedication there.
That's what it takes. That's what it takes to get good at Dark World. It is a very hard level. Cartoon actually missing one of the twins at the beginning.
That is going to cost them just a few seconds.
Oh, Dwhatever. Looks like he tried single jumping to the block. Didn't really work out for him. Normally players just run over the gap there. I'm not really sure what he was doing, but the upset of the century kind of looking more possible now. Cartoon on good pace, Dwhatever has to go back into BOB and has a death in Dark World.
He could be feeling the pressure now.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, and he misses the movement for Zaya Cycle. Dwhatever kind of falling apart right now.
Now, and we talked about speedrunning as a whole. You know, whenever you mess up something that you consistently do in practice, it kind of hurts you. It throws you for a loop, and it's going to be that recovery. Hopefully we'll see Dwhatever with his experience be able to recover from this Dark World experience that he has.
Yeah, Dwhatever normally a pretty calm and collected player, so it's really interesting to see him kind of losing it right now. I mean, he's looks like he's getting back into it, but
CartoonBuffoon took a little bit of an amp there.
Looks like he recovered well.
But not missing a beat. Very determined today.
Oh, ground pound. That's a scary spot because you can't really see what you're doing.
Nails that first Bowser throw with ease, almost like Bowser owed him money. Getting through those text boxes and grabbing that first key, just as Cartoon is entering to face Bowser for his first time. Now, if you're running this, explain to me kind of what's going through your head at this point. You know that you're going against a very seasoned player. Does that
like,
kind of
if if I'm Cartoon or like
Right.
going with Dwhatever, oh, I'm terrified. I'm absolutely terrified. Like, Dwhatever, a very good player, and I can see why Cartoon went for Island Top because he probably figured I need to get this trick in order to win because Dwhatever is just too good. But you know, Cartoon out of Dark World, I'm sure his nerves are going to be at ease a little bit because Dark World, one of the more risky, scary stages of the game, and once you get past that, the nerves start calming a little bit.
Dwhatever having a little bit of an issue with that triple jump after grabbing the cap, but he was able to back it up fairly quickly, finishing up this sky jump opportunity. CartoonBuffoon headed straight into CCM. Now, this is what we talked about earlier. That minor difference in doing island hop in the beginning. Cartoon is already in CCM, working on wall kicks will work, while Dwhatever is still trying to open the door.
Very nice from Cartoon. Yeah, Cartoon with a pretty convincing lead right now. At least 1 star ahead.
Very good times and very good show up from both of these runners today.
Yeah, this is a good race. We'll be seeing Dwhatever. I think he said he's doing CCM 17, so he'll be
Yes.
leaving CCM earlier than Cartoon because Cartoon, I believe, will be doing CCM 18. Ooh, Cartoon nailing the Michael Jackson. The moonwalk.
Cartoon grabbing that star. Looks like Dwhatever going ahead and going for that 100 coin along with the regular slide star. We talked about that just a second ago. Going for CCM 17 instead of 18.
Yeah, doing the 100 coins without having to race that big, intimidating penguin is a lot less nerve-wracking.
Did you know, I didn't even realize this till a couple of days ago, the penguin gets fatter if you have 120 stars. Did you know that?
Yeah, he gains a little bit of weight. And, you know, I'm not sure why. Perhaps celebrating that Mario gets all the stars and Bowser is taking over. Perhaps they have like a big feast at the end. Maybe they do they all eat Peach's cake. I don't know.
They all eat Peach's cake together. That must be a pretty huge cake.
Yeah, that penguin is huge though. Like,
massive. Like taking up half of the slide.
Yeah, it's kind of unfair. Like, I've tried to race that penguin, and it's kind of hard. He kind of just bodies you and pushes you out of the way.
CartoonBuffoon working on his 100 coin. Very confident in racing this penguin coming up, not going for that safety red over there.
So this is where things get a little bit scary. If Cartoon can only miss 1 coin on this slide, if he misses more than 1, then he's going to lose like at least a minute because he won't have enough coins to spawn the 100 coin star at the end of the slide. Here comes a scary jump. He nails it. You'll see a lot of players struggle with that jump.
Pushing that A button.
Penguin kind of trying to body him, but Cartoon able to stay in front of him. Or her. I don't know the gender here. If it's a mom or the dad.
Oh, he did miss that one, which is fine. He's got 85. That long jump back will be fairly easy for him. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You can get up to 86 and still make that long jump, correct?
Yeah, so like if you spawn the star 1 coin further back, it's not a big deal as long as your long jump is close enough to the star. If you long jump too far back, you will miss it. But it's usually not a big deal.
Dwhatever heading into Big Boo's haunt. Now, it appears at first glance that Dwhatever is actually in the lead, but if you take a look at the star counts, CartoonBuffoon is going to be heading into BBH with 1 extra star.
Yeah, we'll most likely see Dwhatever be doing Pillarless twice, if I had to guess. Being a top runner like Dwhatever, I wouldn't be surprised.
Dwhatever bodying that Boo.
Not the King Boo. I don't think he's the King Boo, is he?
He's not the King Boo. He's just one that apparently stole the cake before you get the 120 stars.
Yeah, I think the King Boo is the one like in 120 star when you kill all the small boos and
the merry-go-round.
The Big Daddy Boo, or is the big? Well, there's the Big Daddy Boo that spawns like in the main lobby that you have to kill. But then there's also the Boo in the basement. Perhaps another mother-father, husband-wife relationship.
Quite possibly. Thank God you don't have to rescue a baby Boo.
Yeah, that would be kind of hard considering he's a ghost. can't really. I don't think you can carry Booze.
Hey, but you sure can punch the heck out of him.
Yep.
Dwhatever heading downstairs, wrapping up his BBH, throwing that key in there. CartoonBuffoon working on that star on top.
Yeah, Cartoon gonna be leaving BBH right behind Dwhatever. I would say Cartoon has the lead right now, considering that death Dwhatever had in Dark World.
Ooh, Dwhatever not electing to do that dive, just grabbing Mips out of the air.
Yeah, doing the cheeky, spicy punch grab.
Very, very nice. Heading into SSL, or as Isaiah calls it, Sand Land.
Gonna be going for pillarless. One of the scary. Oh,
Ooh.
throws the bomb. Doesn't want anything to do with it. Perhaps just trying to intimidate the bomb for the next pillarless attempt.
Grabbing the top of that pyramid star, headed back in right now, just as CartoonBuffoon is heading into SSL.
All right, let's see if Dwhatever can nail this. It's looking good. Ooh, going for Tomaples. Oh, almost. Oh no!
Ooh.
Dwhatever taking a fall in SSL. Cartoon with a pretty convincing lead, doing pillarless himself right now, nails it. Cartoon with a pretty convincing lead.
Oh, ground pound straight in. Wow, that's really gonna hurt. Dwhatever not liking that bomb.
Gonna respawn the bomb here. It's tricky to position this camera correctly. Again, looks like he got it though.
Getting hung up on that box.
No. Oh, he grabs the no. Dwhatever.
Wow.
He's falling apart at the seams right now. Just can't get it together. He's gonna have to get the Talon Star as a backup. Cartoon keeping the consistency. Dwhatever.
And he takes a death.
I'm shocked. What was he? Wait, was the bird like not near? Did he just? I'm confused.
I think the bird was on the other side of the pyramid at that point. Wow.
This is incredible. Dwhatever stubborn, gonna keep going for Tomaples. Looks like he's gonna get it. Now, if he did do CCM 17. So, will we see him do pillarless twice and do secrets?
That's the question. He does have some backups that he can use later on if he really wants to continue on.
But we have to remember, CartoonBuffoon knows, he probably knows he's in the lead right now, most likely. Perhaps a little nervous, perhaps a little shaky. Especially being on PB pace, too.
He is going for pillarless for a second time here.
Yeah, Dwhatever nailing it. Cartoon gonna be doing the wing cap star here. Now, Dwhatever on the English version, so not gonna have to worry about that sound glitch with the 5th secret.
Grabbing those secrets real quick out of the pyramid. Dwhatever's definitely got some time to make up at this point.
Yeah, but not too far behind. All it takes is a couple of big mistakes from CartoonBuffoon, and he's right back in it. Dwhatever probably gonna be doing some faster strats in some stages, so if he just keeps it together, he'll be able to make up some time.
Ooh, CartoonBuffoon actually missing that star, burning his bottom, bumping back into that star. He did elect to go ahead and do 2 long jumps across for those Lethal Lava Lands reds.
Yeah, I'm really liking this playstyle from Cartoon right now. You know, he's trying to go fast, but he's not doing anything too risky. He's just he keeps moving forward. He keeps getting stuff done.
And that's the name of the game, slow and steady winning the race for sure. Heading up to tackle these little bullies.
The bane of every runner's existence.
Now it takes skill to be able to manipulate these bullies, but the side flip, ground pound, makes it look easy.
Yeah, Cartoon looks like doesn't have too much trouble with it. Alright, Dwhatever.
Head back in. Most likely going for the same star now. CartoonBuffoon currently has 3 stars in Lethal Lava Land.
Yeah, gonna be tackling the big ooh, a little. Yeah, he's gonna play it safe here. Smart from CartoonBuffoon.
Dwhatever going ahead and jumping in that the volcano. Commentator losing words. Jumping in the volcano, grabbing that hot foot star.
Perhaps, you know, the volcano a little too hot. The commentator kind of overwhelmed by the heat. Can't really seem to articulate a sentence here.
Not as hot as those fiery tacos. Don't even get me started.
Oof. I'm
Do
gonna have to go
whatever.
get some Taco Bell after this.
Did you know that you can mix and match the Taco 12 pack?
Wait, for real?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Pitt didn't know that either yesterday, so we learned something new every day here on GSA.
If Pitt didn't know that, then I definitely didn't know that, because he's more of a Taco Bell fanatic than I am.
Right? Speaking of learn something new, make sure you check out Vi.gg, the incredible sponsor that's putting on these amazing events right here on this channel, twitch.tv/speedrun. All you got to do, check the panel on the bottom of your screen, or you can hit !bet. We want you to go to that website, check it out. If you're of legal betting age, depending on the country that you're in, fill out that information, and you can place bets on these runs as they're going on.
And speaking of that, I would imagine if people bet on this match, they would most likely bet for Dwhatever, considering his experience and his PB. But right now, CartoonBuffoon. Oh no! Taking a fall. That's going to be a death. This is Dwhatever's chance to slide back in here.
That's definitely going to hurt, being right there at the end of the star, the elevator star.
Cartoon's still with the lead, though. Oh, he falls again! Oh, but able to back it up. Nice. He's got to be careful with these spinning flames, though, because now they're going to be different.
Oh, and he
dies again!
taking another death!
And Dwhatever is, I think, back in the lead. Just like that, the tides have turned and the lead has switched.
Wow. And that's what we talked about. Any small mistake, whoever's in the driver's seat can change it any second.
Yeah, Cartoon opting to go for the gap. I was wrong. Cartoon still had the lead because he spawns back in the volcano. Yep, now this is a tight race.
Now it's incredibly close.
Cartoon gonna be saving a little bit of time here in DDD, just because of not having to deal with the lag.
Now, what is your opinion on the HMC late route? I know that there's a debate.
I love it. I love it. I do it myself, and it's for one reason. I get to do Fire C earlier in the run, and Fire C is the big daddy hard stage to do. And getting that out of the way earlier, getting upstairs earlier, I prefer that. But I can see why people would want to get HMC out of the way. I just don't find HMC very threatening. So it's like
it's fairly easy for most of your experienced runners here. Fire C, I'm sure we're going to see some pretty spectacular things, maybe some early Ellie's and a couple other things coming from these runners. But I think you're right. Fire C is definitely going to be the game changer in what equalizes this match.
Ooh, Cartoon missing that last chest.
The last chest.
Oh,
misses once again, it gets sucked straight down.
That's going to put Dwhatever in the lead. Cartoon having trouble getting that final chest. Yeah, Dwhatever a full star ahead now.
That's all right. You know, we've watched Dwhatever in the beginning kind of lose his confidence just a little bit. All it takes is one small mistake, one movement mistake. It's still a very, very close run as of right now.
Yeah, definitely. Cartoon, what Dwhatever had, both of these runners I think have had 3 deaths so far.
Dwhatever going for the lag reduction here on the sub. Again, as we talked about before, Dwhatever on Nintendo 64, CartoonBuffoon playing on EMU at this point. That lag reduction is super important in Dire Docks.
Yeah, if you're on N64, that lag does lose quite a bit of time. Alright, Dwhatever successfully able to board Bowser's sub, collecting the star, gonna be doing the Manta Rings here. Manta Rings can be kind of tricky. These hitboxes on these rings are kind of nonsensical. They don't make sense.
They don't. However, a lot of our viewers just learned that you can actually go back through the ring if you miss. It is kind of a swag move to be able to swim back through the ring.
Yeah.
But we have seen that quite a bunch here in this tournament. Dwhatever wrapping up DDD just as CartoonBuffoon is heading up to that sub. 1 full star ahead right now.
Alright, we'll see how Dwhatever does in Fire C. I'm guessing he's gonna get early Ellie's, but Fire C known to take many prisoners. quite the hard stage.
Again, one of the movement-based stages. You know, we talk about Tippy a lot being the game changer in a lot of these matches, but these Bowser worlds, these Bowser setups are huge.
Yeah, each Bowser level is can be pretty difficult to do as fast as you can. Dwhatever struggling a little bit. I think he'll still make the cycle though. Yeah, he's good. See if he gets the good ending here. Ooh, nice movement. Yep. Dwhatever with a nice ending.
Wow.
Cartoon not too far behind.
Ooh. Cartoon with a nice backup though.
Yeah, that long jump angle can be really tricky. Alright, Dwhatever going into what in my opinion, is the scariest Bowser fight, because if you miss this throw, that's so much time lost.
How does Bowser teleport? This is the only fight where he teleports. He just kind of moves like 10 feet
You know,
in front of you.
I'm convinced this is like Bowser's long-lost twin brother or something, because we don't see Bowser teleport in any of the other fights.
Could be Bowser or Blowser. I mean,
Bowser.
looks like CartoonBuffoon missing that cycle.
Yeah, gonna have
Blowser.
to do the weight of shame here for the elevator to rise. Oof, burning his bumsy on the flame. Still nice backup, goes to the heart. Alright, Dwhatever can be heading upstairs into Wet Dry World. A really cool level though, in my opinion. Wet Dry World is a lot of fun.
It is. It's something that's a little bit different. You know, as a kid, it took me a little while to figure out that if you jump in the bottom of the painting, the water's low. I
Yeah.
was like, man, is this just random or what's going on?
Yeah, and like the town, we don't get to see the town section in this category, which is unfortunate, but Wet Dry World is still really cool. Like, it's like this, I didn't start thinking about this recently until like a commentator brought it up on a race, but like this is like a whole construction setup here in Wet Dry World. There's like beams and buildings everywhere.
Oh, yeah, I never even noticed that until you just brought it up.
Yeah. And like the background has like, it's like a city. I don't know. Looks like a lot of buildings in the background. We'll see it when Dwhatever gets to a higher elevation here during 100 coins.
Speaking about 100 coins, the RNG really plays a factor into Wet Dry World 100 for sure. Dwhatever, not getting the best RNG, but pretty decent so far from the Skeeter and the boxes.
Yeah, hasn't missed any coins. He's at 76 right now. Pretty solid 100. Yeah, you can see in the background right now that like all those buildings.
Ah, gotcha. Yeah, I never really noticed that until now.
It
That's pretty awesome.
Well, the background does look pretty bad, but you can kind of make out what it is.
Pretty solid 100 coin from Dwhatever. As we see CartoonBuffoon
Punching the air out of frustration.
just a little bit here in the beginning of this 100 coin.
Ooh, nice RNG with the spider. Not able to really capitalize as well as he could have. Sometimes that spider just has a mind of his own, just off, way away from the switch. I think the best RNG you can get there is when you ground pound the switch, you also ground pound the spider at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
I've never had that happen to me, but I've seen it happen to other runners.
Ooh, missing that triple jump coming up.
Ooh, Dwhatever with the triple jump wall kick strat. That does save about 3 to 4 seconds.
Heading up with those wall kicks. Oh, and he falls!
Oh,
He did land on the elevator, though. Gonna attempt it again here.
Elevator star more forgiving in this category than, say, Nonstop 70.
Oh, nonstop, because aren't you doing the wall kicks as the elevator's already going up?
Yeah, it's like halfway up and you start doing the wall kicks, and it's a Monka S&a-half.
CartoonBuffoon wrapping up his 100 coin here.
Dwhatever gonna go for the triple jump wall kick again. Nailing it.
Wow.
That strat is as hard as it looks. It is a very difficult strat. Going for an race is pretty nerve-wracking.
Starting to see Cartoon, the nerves getting to him just a little bit. He's definitely going to have to step it up throughout upstairs.
Yeah,
he'd like to beat Dwhatever here.
I don't think Cartoon does the triple jump wall kick strat, so he's going to be losing time there automatically. So Cartoon's really gonna have to step it up here, but this lead is still not too big.
It's not
Race
too
is-
big at all. As we know, these runs come down to Tippy. These runs come down to Bowser throws. We've seen folks come from 30, 40 seconds behind going into Tippy, and then the tide turns. Tippy is unforgiving.
Yeah, like you could die at the end of TikTok Clock 100 and there's like over a minute lost, so race definitely still not over.
Dwhatever knocking out those secrets really quickly. CartoonBuffoon not missing those wall kicks all the way up. It's all going to be about consistency. It's not going to be about who's faster. It's definitely going to be who makes the least amount of mistakes.
Yeah, Dwhatever was looking really shaky towards the beginning of the race, but it looks like he's kind of hit his stride now, looking pretty consistent. Dwhatever did get a 48, I believe, against Proto Man, so he is able to play consistent in races. We've seen him do it before. Oh, missing that dive. Not gonna be able to clip through the mountain. Gonna have to go around here. Doesn't lose too much time, though.
He's got a little bit of time to spare right now as CartoonBuffoon heads in. THI is one of my favorite courses, even just playing casually. It's something that's different. You know, you talked about Wet Dry World. THI, it's cool. You can be little, you can be big, you can...
So here's the question I have, and I want to know your opinion on this. Is the level getting bigger, or is Mario getting bigger?
Ah, see? I don't know. That's kind of like that whole black dress, gray dress thing that was on Facebook, or what was it, Yanni Laurel?
I don't really know if that analogy works, because it's...
Or Yanni Laurel? I mean, I don't know.
Well, I would go with the levels getting bigger and smaller, because it's called Tiny Huge Island, so...
Not Tiny Huge Mario.
Yeah, not Tiny Huge Mario.
That's fair.
All right, Dwhatever heading into TTM. TTM known to cause a lot of problems for runners. TTM is pretty unpredictable, pretty scary.
Dwhatever giving Toad that 1-2 punch to the face real quick before grabbing that star.
Kind of rude, you know, just had a nice pleasant conversation with him to get the star, and right after, punches him in the face.
Right.
Not really sure, kind of unsportsmanlike from Dwhatever, but, you know, still in the lead.
Now these mushrooms terrify me. You know, I'm almost one of the ones that hops from mushroom to mushroom, so it's definitely the muscle memory kicking in.
Oh, not a big deal.
He is
Almost
going to take
diving
a
off
couple
the edge.
seconds there. If he would have lost it there, that would have been Cartoon's opportunity to take back the lead in this race.
Yeah, Cartoon has been looking pretty solid the past few minutes. He hasn't really made any major mistakes, so... But Dwhatever also looking solid. Dwhatever not willing to give up that lead.
Now it's interesting. Do you think that we'll see breezeless from either of these runners today?
Well, we did see Cartoon practicing breezeless before. Didn't look like he was doing too hot at it, so I can see Dwhatever doing it. I would be surprised to see Cartoon go for it. Well, I don't know. I guess I don't know, because Cartoon did go for Island Hop, so this man's kind of crazy.
He is kind of crazy. Going against Dwhatever in this race, taking those extra risks. We saw Dwhatever getting that log wall kick there, which is also kind of deceptively difficult.
It is. So like, there's a lot of different slopes going on that wall, on that log, and if you're a little bit too high, Mario will like ledge grab the log, and it can cause a lot of confusion and a lot of fear. The log wall kick, you really got to practice it to get it down. It's hard to tell where you're supposed to wall kick sometimes.
CartoonBuffoon dodging the rocks as they're coming straight for him as he's finishing up his red coins here on Tall Mountain.
Oof.
Dwhatever getting caught up on that corner.
It looked like he was gonna go for 4 breezeless there, but kind of got bodied by the great game design by Nintendo. I think Dwhatever has 1 star left in... Ooh, okay.
That was
getting on the shroom. Oh, Dwhatever opting for the side camera strat here for the box. Not doing what Cartoon did, which was just go straight to the box with Mario Cam. We've seen a lot of runners actually die to that box star, so Dwhatever perhaps having a little PTSD, playing it safe there.
He knows he's got a small lead right now. I think that we're not going to see any crazy strats as we go into Snowman's Land.
Oh, Cartoon getting the firstie, not able to react in time for that wall kick. Ooh, nice firstie on the log, though. Oh, that is a frustrating mistake when you can't get the triple jump. Oh, and that's even more frustrating.
Dwhatever falling down at the same time. CartoonBuffoon was falling down as well.
Yep, gonna go for the cozy side flip there. That's what I prefer to do. Because those wall kicks can be scary.
I've seen a lot of people ledge grab to try to line that side flip up first.
Yeah, definitely the safer strat. Doesn't really lose that much time either. Ooh, Dwhatever. Barely getting over that wall.
Going in blind.
Alright, so you'll notice Dwhatever, usually when people don't do HMC late, they will grab Snowman's Land Reds.
Right.
And then after Snowman's Land, they'll hit up to Rainbow Red. But we'll see Dwhatever skip SL Reds, and instead of getting SL Reds, he'll be grabbing MIPS that spawns in the basement. Because the second MIP spawns at like 50 stars, I think.
Now, it does spawn at 50. Something kind of interesting. CartoonBuffoon going for Breezeless missing.
Breezeless.
The second MIPS is actually faster. It's more akin to what's on the Japanese version of the game. So you have to be on your A game for sure in making sure that you capture MIPS. MIPS being very slow the first time that you capture MIPS on the US version.
Yeah, well, we saw Dwhatever do the punch grab for the first MIPS. It is trickier to punch grab the second MIPS because you have to like run a little bit. You can do 2 dive rollouts and you have to run a little bit before punching, so we'll see if Dwhatever just dives into him, which is the safer thing, or if he goes for the spicy punch grab.
Ooh, CartoonBuffoon sliding down just a little bit.
Oh,
he falls, getting for that Snowman's head star, going for
just
that
can't get the back up. Yeah, the camera here can be really wonky. It's hard to get that wall kick.
It almost as if it pans on its own right by that igloo. Dwhatever making short work of MIPS for the second time, heading into HMC. Now, HMC, we talked about earlier, it is more one of those safer courses. It's almost like a little bit of a lag time or relax time for these 70-star runners. But
I would say with the exception of box triple jump, this stage is pretty chill.
But that's the thing, is that some of the strats in here are just amazing to me. You know, outside of triple box jump, you know, it's cool when you're a beginning runner and you have the elevator push you down to get that Nessie star.
Ooh.
Missing the triple box jump. Camera position is important here. If not, you're going to hit that kill zone. If you hold forward just a little bit too much, you'll hit that kill box and all is lost.
Yeah, that is a shameful moment for every runner when you hit the death zone. Ooh, Cartoon with the ground pound.
With the ground pound. Definitely feeling that frustration.
Taking it out on the ground.
Now, how does all this oil get in the bottom of the castle? That's what I don't understand. Is Peach secretly like this oil goddess?
You know,
the gas prices have gone up. What's going on?
You know, Peach. I don't really like Peach. I don't really trust her. I feel like she's hiding stuff from Mario, and I feel like she could be. I feel like she could be some sort of oil goddess behind Mario's back.
CartoonBuffoon exiting stage to head down to HMC as well. Christmas Miracle Star executed perfectly by Dwhatever.
Yeah, so what matters on that switch star is you want to get a high height. You want to get a high enough height on the wall kick. If you wall kick too low, then when you fall down to the switch, you're actually not going to hit it. And that took me a while to figure out. But...
Which is funny because the backup is a double jump kick off of the wall to fall back onto the switch.
Yeah, it's a really strange star.
CartoonBuffoon grabbing that Toad Star before he goes to play around in that oil we discussed earlier. Good RNG on the rocks with Dwhatever.
Did not get Toast Ridered. I don't know if you saw that clip where Toast Rider got like hit 3 times in a row.
3 times in a row, yes. Over and over and over again.
All right, so Dwhatever gonna head back into HMC and exit course. It is faster than having to climb all the way back up.
The triple box jump executed perfectly by CartoonBuffoon as well. Dwhatever heading upstairs to the infamous Tippy, TikTok Clock, and Rainbow Ride, the run killers, the
This
game
is where
changers.
we could see the gap between these players close. Rainbow Ride and TikTok Clock, very nerve-wracking stages. A lot of potential for big time losses. Dwhatever with the glitchy wall kick. Kind of flexing right now. Feeling good. Looks like he's feeling confident.
He knows he has the lead right now. He's got a little bit of wiggle room.
Ooh, Cartoon does not hit the switch. I think that was an example of him not having enough height there.
Going after the backup that we discussed earlier, just as Dwhatever wraps up that cruiser star. Man, this is an incredibly good race going back and forth. Anything can happen at this point. We've seen very experienced runners fail that very first triple jump wall kick.
Yeah, that can be a scary wall kick because if you go a little bit too far forward, you'll either fall off the edge, and if you're too far back, you'll bonk on the wall when trying to wall kick. So it does seem easy when you're doing it in practice, but when it comes to doing it in a run or a race, it is one of the most nerve-wracking spots.
Dwhatever knocking out those reds super quick.
Cartoon looks like he has 1 star left here in HMC.
Not too bad. I mean, these runners have stayed within a star or 2 of each other for the entire time. Cartoon getting that good RNG as well from those boulders.
Yeah, if it weren't for
Go
those deaths in that Cartoon had in Lethal Lava Land and the one in DDD, this race would be like probably super close right now.
That was definitely the game changer for sure. Tricky triangles. That star was so frustrating as a kid. I'm like, man, there's not enough time to do this.
It still is. Don't worry, it still is frustrating even as a speedrunner. It's hard. Ooh, Dwhatever going for the new breezeless strat here. Okay.
Getting that ledge grab. As we see CartoonBuffoon heading up to Tippy as well, nipping at Dwhatever's backside, I guess you'd say, at his toes, at his heels.
All of the above. But Dwhatever not budging. Despite all the nipping Cartoon has been doing, Dwhatever able to keep a clear head.
Going for reds first here. Now, there are multiple schools of thought when it comes to TikTok Clock. You know, normally, like we see here, he's starting with his 100 coin first and most likely stomp the thwomp as well. How do you feel? Some runners say that in TikTok Clock, you should start at the top and work your way down just in case so you have backups.
Yeah,
but some
for
runners
sure.
start at the bottom.
I think it's smart what Dwhatever's doing. I think you'll see a lot of runners get TikTok Clock 100 and the stomp on the thwomp out of the way. But we'll see when Dwhatever starts going for the time moving stars. Oh, gets invisible ceiling. Wow. See if he avoids the invisible wall here. TikTok Clock is a really scary state. Oh no!
Ooh, he misses a coin.
Okay, he does not fall all the way down. He was on the side of that treadmill there. Able to keep calm and save it.
He almost questioned if you should go back for that coin. He did elect to do one of the other boxes to grab that coin to make sure that he had it up for his 100 coin.
But yeah, TikTok Clock is a really scary stage, no matter what you do. Like, it's at the end of the run, and it's super hard, so you'll see a lot of runners be careful with their route.
CartoonBuffoon having to do a little bit of a backup on those triangles.
Those triangles proving to be tricky.
Tricky indeed.
Alright, we'll see Dwhatever do the time moving stars here. Most runners opt for the start in the cage first because if you fall before getting the hand star, because if you fall from the cage, you can get the hand star as a backup. So that's like one example of the routing in TikTok Clock kind of being designed to play it safe.
Dwhatever headed back in. CartoonBuffoon knocking out that cruiser star, desperately trying to catch up at this point.
Dwhatever not budging though. He's looking pretty hot right now. Getting that cage star.
Rolling into the cage.
Alright, this will be Dwhatever's last time moving star. Unless he goes for moving reds, which would be... I can't see him doing that, but we did see Super Viper do that in the last race. So who knows? Maybe he'll go for it. I don't think so, but...
Now, we have seen that once Super Viper the other day as a backup, hitting with moving reds. Commentators sitting on the edge of their seats was phenomenal.
Oh, Dwhatever taking a death. You know, not big enough of a death for Cartoon to take the lead again, but it is closing the gap slightly. It just goes to show how precise you need to be in TikTok Clock. Like every long jump, every piece of movement. If you messed up one tiny thing, that's a death right there.
Very movement-based, movement-intensive, and no floor to fall back on.
Yeah, just a pit of death.
But it is fun, you know, running TikTok Clock in and of its own, feeling accomplished after executing the many movement-based strats. It does feel really good. Ooh, CartoonBuffoon gonna be short 2 coins, gonna have to go back for the safety box here.
Grabbing the one up, perhaps kind of scared he'll game over.
All right.
It seems like he did not know that box did not contain any coins.
The nerves definitely playing in to CartoonBuffoon's run as Dwhatever is wrapping up his TikTok Clock time, grabbing this Toad Star and headed up to see Bowser for the final time.
Yeah, looking like Dwhatever is on pace for like a low 50, so pretty decent run considering Dwhatever had like 3 deaths.
Getting that ledge grab there on the movement up to the endless stairs.
Cartoon nailing the hand star.
Nailing it.
Still looking pretty confident. You know, if Dwhatever takes a fall at the end of bits here. Oh, getting hit by the amp.
Getting amped. Getting amped just a little bit, but he did not take a dive on that triple jump dive that we see so many runners fail on here late in the game.
Oh, Cartoon taking a death. That is probably going to do it.
Dwhatever feeling very confident.
Yep, on pace for a low 50. In the pipe he goes to fight the big man. You know, despite those deaths, Dwhatever with a solid showing in this race.
Absolutely. And you know, it's tough. The dynamic of the game changes with Bowser throws, with these movement-based courses. Dwhatever kind of flubbing his second throw there.
Yeah, it just goes to show, like, when you're racing, you really have to be able to keep your head on straight. Like, Dwhatever, despite that mess he had in SSL, was able to recover from it and come back with a good run.
Dwhatever finishing up with, like you said, a low 50.
Yep,
as
GG's to D.
Buffoon is wrapping up his TikTok Clock time here. Definite GG. We're gonna see if we can get Dwhatever in on the call in just a moment.
Yeah, I'd like to ask him his thoughts on that SSO. He's probably not too happy about it.
Probably not. I mean, like you said earlier, with Proto, I believe you said he had a 48 in that particular
Yeah.
race. So happy with the win, not most likely not happy with exactly how he got the win.
Yeah, like you'll see a lot of runners, they'll win the race, but they'll still be upset because they didn't get the time that they wanted.
Dwhatever, thanks so much for joining us. A phenomenal performance. Couple of hiccups in the basement today, but you came back and tell us what you were thinking with that double pillarless.
I was scared going into SSL because of pillarless, so that's I think why I failed it. I started overthinking stuff, like what would happen if I fail it, and then I just fell apart. And after I killed myself at when I wanted to back up with Talon, that's when I kind of just told myself just do it, and then I did it, I guess.
Like Nike, just do it. Yeah, we
trying to calm down.
We saw that consistency, you know, and we talked about that early on when you have a large mistake like that, being able to recover. And in the beginning, both Triforce and I were you know, questioning how you would be able to recover from that, but we feel that you recovered really well. Triforce, what do you have?
Yeah, I mean, that SSL mess was a bit hard to watch, but I was thinking, Cartoon has the lead right now. Dwhatever, known to be able to keep his cool. So, yeah. I was gonna ask though, like, when you died on that Talon star, was that because like Talon was like really far away?
I wasn't sure what to do because he would have taken forever to come back, and so I just said wanted to try plus again. Reset, I guess.
Wanted to get it right. We did notice that. We noticed you throwing away those bombs. Like, nope, not this one. Showing that bomb who's boss to get it right the next time.
One thing though, like, did you guys see Cartoon's beginning? That was actually insane.
Yeah,
we were
showing me how it's done. Pretty much.
Pretty well, like pretty perfect. Hit island hop, didn't have any major mistakes.
It was definitely a solid performance, and you guys were neck and neck for much of the run.
Yeah, I actually watched the stream the whole time. I think it got me kind of nervous, I think.
Yeah, Cartoon took a dive, a fall in Dire Doc's chests actually, and went into the whirlpool.
Really hard to watch.
Yeah, that was a heartbreaker.
But definitely walking away with the win today. Super exciting performance. We're waiting on CartoonBuffoon to finish up. Looks like he's wrapping up his third throw here. And then we'll get him in on the call. Don't forget, guys, there's a ton of stuff coming out through GSA. If you hit ! schedule, you can see how action-packed the schedule is between Double Dash, Super Metroid, Super Mario Odyssey, Super Mario 64, Super Mario Brothers. I'm telling you, anything and everything for the wife, the kids, the dog, the cat, anything that anybody's interested in, come out and watch.
Yeah, it's lit.
It definitely is. Cartoon, we're gonna get Cartoon in the call here and kind of see what's going on and how he felt about that run. But yeah, ! schedule and then ! bracket to be able to check and see the who's in the bracket for this and any of the other Vi.gg sponsored tournaments.
Hey Cartoon, how you feeling, man?
I'm mad.
You're mad? I gotta ask, were you planning to go for island hop like from the beginning, or was that kind of a last second like I gotta do this?
It was the last like 5 minutes. I gotta do this because I didn't miss it once in practice.
Okay.
But oh my god, that start that I had was ahead of my PB, which my PB start was like ridiculous. But then pre-uge, I messed up everywhere else.
Your start was amazing. We saw the confidence come through. And then in Dire Docks, that death down in the whirlpool, it kind of hurt all of our souls.
That was the saddest moment of my life. Dying guest star.
It was really sad to watch, dude. Oh my god.
But a solid performance nonetheless. Some amazing things that happened during this run. I'm really interested to see what you guys have to bring to the table for the rest of this tournament.
Hopefully better than 53.
Hopefully better than P3. That's the goal. Well, gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. I know that we'll see you down the road here shortly.
Thank you, my dude.
Yo, GG's, by the way.
Yeah, GG.
GG's to
You-
both runners. That's awesome.
You are a god, D.
No, your beginning was nuts, actually.
Oh, stop it. Just stop it.
You're making me blush.
Good job, guys. Thanks for everybody for hanging out with us today. Don't forget vi.gg. They have a special promo going on right now specifically for GSA. So if you click on that, as long as it's legal within the country that you are in and you're of legal betting age, go ahead and hop on there. We've got nonstop action happening today from GSA. Stay tuned here for all of the great stuff coming up. We're going to take a short intermission. But again, action-packed, exclamation point schedule to check that out. Triforce TK, it has been absolutely wonderful hanging out with you today. I definitely appreciate it.
Yeah, it's been fun. Been fun commentating with you. Thanks for having me. It was a pretty fun race.
Yeah, I agree. It was very close, and that's what always makes it fun when I'm sitting on the edge of my seat.
Yeah, thanks again to both Cartoon and D for showing on a good race. Cartoon having the cojones to go for Island Hop was really exciting for not only us, but I think everyone watching. So
And thank you all for watching. As far as the viewers go, stay tuned. Coming up next is some more awesome, amazing speed run action. My name's Thero. Triforce TK is next to me. Thank you all. Y'all have a wonderful day, and we'll see you here in just a bit.
see ya.